Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel for those of you who are returning. If you're new here, visiting for the first time, I'm Anita with Anita by Design, and here on my YouTube channel you will find step-by-step, very detailed sew-alongs and tutorials to help you with your sewing projects. Today I am resuming the Sewing with Baby Lock Soprano series, and I know it's been a long time. I took a long break, but I'm here and I'm ready to get back into it. And today I'm going to be showing you how to use the walking foot. Several of you have asked, what is a walking foot? Why do I need one, and how is it used? So I'm going to share that with you today. The walking foot is a dual feed presser foot that works along with the feed dogs on your sewing machine to help feed the layers of fabric through the machine evenly, so that when you get to the end of your row of stitching, your fabric layers are even and one is not longer than the other. The walking foot is great for all different types of fabrics, and I'm going to demonstrate 3 different fabrics for you today. So let's jump right in and get started. Okay, let's take a look at the walking foot. This is what it looks like from the right side. This is from the front. This is the back view. And then this is the left side of the walking foot. And you will notice there is a lever, a moving lever here. This opening on the lever fits around the needle screw on the sewing machine, and as the needle moves, the lever moves along with it. And what happens is, as the lever is moving, the feed dogs on the walking foot are feeding the top layer of fabric through the machine. So if I turn it over to this side, and you can see that the feed dog, this white plastic part here with the teeth on the bottom, that's what moves the top layer of fabric through the machine. And I'll show you from the bottom. Okay, so now I want to show you how to attach the presser or the walking foot to your machine. First, I need to remove the presser foot holder from the shank, and I'm going to use the large screwdriver that came with the machine. And there is a screw here on the left side of the presser foot holder, and I'm just going to loosen that screw. Actually, I'm going to remove it completely. And then remove that presser foot holder. Then I'm going to take the walking foot and I'm going to place the lever right around the needle screw, and then this plastic part here, the little hook on the left side, I'm going to place that flat against the shank on the machine. So coming in from the back, I'm going to first make sure that the lever fits right around that needle screw, while at the same time making sure that the plastic hook on the left side is fitting around the shank. Okay, so we have the lever on the needle screw, and we have the little hook here on the shank. Now we're going to take our screw and replace it. Now let me try to do this with my left hand. So I'm going to take the screw and place it back, and then using the screwdriver, I'm going to screw that back into place. Oops. Okay, and now our walking foot is attached. Okay, let's take a look at what happens when we're using the walking foot. You will notice these metal teeth here on the sewing machine, on the needle plate. These are the feed dogs that help to feed the fabric through the machine when you're sewing. Then there are the metal or the plastic teeth on the feed dog of the walking foot that help to assist the feed dogs on the machine to feed the layers of fabric through evenly. So while the feed dog on the machine is feeding the bottom layer of fabric fabric through. The feed dog on the walking foot is feeding the top layer of fabric through, so that when you get to the end of your stitching, your row of stitching, then your fabric is even at the end and you won't have one layer longer than the other. Now let's lower the presser foot and run it through to take a look. You see that? You've got both set of feed dogs working together. And I'm going to demonstrate that with the fabric now. The walking foot works well on many different types of fabric. I find it to be most useful with silky, slippery type fabrics, especially really thin fabrics, knit fabrics, especially sweater knits, thick, heavy fabrics like fleece. And for those of you who quilt, then it works amazingly, because when you're piecing those layers together, then you don't have to worry about the layers shifting as you get to the end of your row of stitching. Today, I'm going to demonstrate 3 different types of fabric with using the walking foot. First, I'm going to demonstrate on a slinky, silky fabric, the kind that usually tends to slip as you're sewing. Then I'm going to demonstrate it on a silk or a slinky knit fabric, really thin like an ITY type. And then I'm going to demonstrate on a sweater knit fabric. Let's go to the machine. Okay, I'm starting with the silky fabric, so let's place that under the walking foot. And as you can see, from the beginning of the stitch all the way down to the bottom, our fabric at the edge is even. We don't have one layer longer than the other. They're even at the top and at the bottom of the stitch. And that's what we're looking for, and the walking foot really does help to achieve that. Now I'm going to demonstrate on the slinky knit fabric. Okay, and again, we have the bottom edge of the fabric nice and even, and the top where we started. Now let's demonstrate on the sweater knit fabric. Let me make sure my raw edges are even. And once again, we have a nice even edge on the bottom with both layers, where both layers are even with each other, and the same on the top where we started. The walking foot can also be used with the quilter's guide that comes with the Baby Lock Soprano. If you do any type of quilting or projects that require lots of rows of even stitching, then what you would do is you would take the quilting guide and push it through the hole in the back of the walking foot, and then you determine the distance that you need in between. And what happens is, as you are sewing, you line up this metal guide with the previous row of stitching. As you're stitching, you make sure that you keep that guide along that previous row of stitching, and then it gives you nice even rows as you continue to sew. And it can be used on the right side or the left side by pushing it through the hole on the left. Well, that's it for today. I'm sure you will agree that the walking foot is a very useful presser foot to have in your sewing kit. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more like this, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And when you do, hit the bell to the right of the subscribe button so that you will be notified when more videos are posted here to my YouTube channel. And as always, remember, when you live in your design, it is from there that God shines. That means when you live according to the way that you have been created, it is from that place that God will use you to bless other people. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.